Chapter 855, Black Bear, 1, Sky-Killing Wolf, what happened to you? How can you be covered in blood? The huge demonic beast asked in surprise when it saw the Sirius. Although Sky-Killing Wolf had opponents in the bone-eroding secret realm, he could basically do whatever he wanted. Even if he could beat Sky-Killing Wolf, it was impossible for him to be injured like this. Beast Lord, you don't know, but that human's strength is too terrifying. I reckon that his strength is comparable to yours. The Sky-Killing Wolf looked at the Beast Lord in front of him and could not help but say, ignoring the injuries on his body. Right now, Sky-Killing Wolf felt that he could only feel comforted by standing beside the Beast Lord. And the thing that the Sky-Killing Wolf called Beast Lord was not any other creature, but a huge black bear. His strength is on par with mine. After Black Bear heard Sky-Killing Wolf's words, he looked unhappy. Sky-Killing Wolf, you should know my strength. I have the strength of a Saint Emperor. Let alone the bone-eroding secret realm, even if I leave this place, no beast or human will be my match. When the Black Bear heard Sky-Killing Wolf's words, he was very unhappy. He had never been questioned before, but now his most trusted subordinate actually said that the human's cultivation was on par with his. How could he tolerate this? Sky-Killing Wolf, tell me where that human is. I want to meet him. Black Bear snorted coldly. Bang! However, at this moment, a loud bang came from the entrance of the Black Bear's cave. Left Protector, that bone-corroding red grass seems to be in this bear cave. Then, Black Bear heard a shout from outside. Truly overestimating oneself. A fiend race actually has designs on me, the 10 Sky Bear. Black Bear, who was going to find Xiao Changtian, didn't expect these demons to be so arrogant. In that case, let's deal with these demons first. The Black Bear walked out without thinking. Left Protector, I heard that there's a Saint Emperor beast in the bone-eroding secret realm. A demon asked worriedly as he looked at the huge cave. Shut your jinx. If it really was a Saint Emperor beast, why would it live here? This was an ordinary demon beast cave. The Left Protector of the demon race did not want to be so unlucky. They had wandered around this mystic realm for a long time before they found the location of this cave. Although they did not know what exactly lived in this cave, the bone-corroding red grass they were looking for was inside. You, go in and scout the way first. The Left Protector said to the demon race person who had just spoken. Yes. The demon race man didn't hesitate. He looked at the pitch-black cave and immediately walked in. However, after a long time, the demon race person still did not come out. Why are you so slow? The Left Protector looked at the pitch-black cave unhappily. This person must be punished when they return. Not only did he talk too much, but he was also so slow to scout the way. You guys follow me in and take a look. The Left Protector saw that there was no movement inside for a long time. She really could not wait any longer, so she called the demon race people beside her and walked inside together. Aren't you afraid of the demon beasts inside? However, just as these demon race people walked into the darkness, Black Bear's words rang in their ears. Isn't it just a little demon beast? With the Left Protector, what is there to be afraid of? Hearing that, a demon said indifferently. Ah! Who's talking? However, after he finished speaking, the demon race person finally reacted. You really overestimate yourself. Today, I'll let you all have a good look at the power of the little demon beast. After the Black Bear finished speaking, it immediately released its own pressure. Not good. Saint Emperor demonic beast. Run. The Left Protector had never thought that she would be so unlucky. The beast in the cave was not an ordinary beast, but the legendary Saint Emperor beast. Before anyone could react, the Left Protector disappeared from where she was. What a joke, the Left Protector would not be so foolish as to fight head-on with a Sage Sect-level demonic beast. Although the Left Protector ran very fast, the other demon race people did not react in time. They could only die miserably in the cave under the black bear's attack. No, we can't take such a risk. We have to think of a way. While Black Bear was dealing with the other demon race people, the left protector escaped from inside. The second day soon arrived. Yunling, let's part ways here first. All of you go and search for the things that you want to see in the Misty Clouds sect. I will go and search for my spirit tree seed. Looking at Yunling, Xiao Changtian said goodbye to her. Senior, you must take good care of yourself. Looking at Xiao Changtian, Yunling said reluctantly. Yunling didn't know when it started, but her feelings for Xiao Changtian had changed. At first, she was just grateful to Xiao Changtian, but now, for some reason, she wanted to follow him forever. Okay, you guys take care too. After greeting Yunling with a smile, Xiao Changtian led the group of people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets forward. At this moment, the members of the secret pavilion felt more and more useless. They had followed Senior for so long, and Senior could solve any problems with a wave of his hand. As for them, they just watched silently from the side, wondering why Senior had brought them here. First Elder, didn't you say that this bone-eroding mystic realm is very dangerous? Why didn't he feel anything after entering? Xiao Changtian asked the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Senior, maybe. The Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion also didn't know why Senior would ask such a question. Even if it was a life-threatening problem for them, Xiao Changtian could solve it with a wave of his hand. Therefore, the Great Elder didn't know how to answer Xiao Changshan's question. I know, it's because the things inside saw that we have 5 sage sect experts and didn't dare to come out and cause trouble. Xiao Changtian looked at the Great Elder with a face of realization. He had almost forgotten that there were 5 sage sect level experts behind him. Even the most powerful demon beast would have to think twice before dealing with 5 of such powerful experts at once. Ha, Senior is right. Seeing Xiao Changtian like this, the people from the pavilion could only reply with a smile. Right, First Elder, when will our prophecy pavilion start dealing with the demons? Xiao Changtian asked in boredom. Senior, as long as you want, we can start when we return. The Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion slowly said. Elder, this matter still depends on you. As long as I find the spirit tree seed, call me anytime. Xiao Changtian nodded. After all, this demon had been so rampant recently. It was only a matter of time before he dealt with them. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 856, The Ancient Tree of the Gods. 1. Just like that, the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets followed Xiao Changshan's footsteps and walked north for a long time. Putting everything else aside, this bone-eroding mystic realm is quite big. Where would the seed of the spirit tree be hidden? Standing in front of the group, he looked around and said. Senior, look over there. There seems to be a cave. Just as Xiao Changtian was looking around, a member of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets shouted. That's true. Let's go and take a look. Xiao Changtian looked at the cave without hesitation, because he could also feel that the seed of the spirit tree was in this area. Then, the few of them slowly walked towards the cave. Everyone, be careful. There might not be anything in this place. Xiao Changtian, who was walking in front, reminded him. However, the cave that Xiao Changtian and the others were going to was not the Black Bear's cave. Instead, it was a cave of unknown origin. There were countless caves in the bone-eroding mystic realm. The Black Bear simply found a cave with a good geographical location to live in. At this moment, the towering ancient tree in the cave also sensed that someone was slowly walking into the cave. Huel Huel, when the towering ancient tree sensed that someone was coming, it quickly shook the leaves on the tree. Ha ha ha, after so many years, there are finally more people in this dark cave. The towering ancient tree sensed their footsteps and let out a sinister laugh. Senior, why don't we go in and scout the way first? The few people who had just entered the cave looked at Xiao Changtian and said. It had been the seniors who had been doing everything along the way. They had not done anything, so they felt a little guilty. And now was their chance to show off. That's right. Senior, wait here first. Let us go in and explore the ground first. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said to Xiao Changtian. Since you're all so enthusiastic, I'll wait for you here. Xiao Changtian saw how enthusiastic they were and immediately understood what was going on. These people must have sensed the danger in the cave. It seemed that he would be dragging them down if he followed them, so these people asked him to wait here. However, this was also good, in case he couldn't escape in time. Seeing that Xiao Changtian had agreed, the members of the secret pavilion nodded and walked into the cave. Great Elder, be careful. Not long after they left, the scene in front of them suddenly became clear. However, just as First Elder stepped in, there was a sudden crashing sound around him. Ha ha ha, humans, you're finally here. Just as they walked into the cave, the voice of the towering ancient tree sounded in their ears. That's actually the 2,000-year-old god who ancient tree. When they saw the scene before their eyes, their expressions changed. One had to know that an ordinary ancient tree would not grow for more than 1,000 years. There was only one ancient tree on the continent that could grow for such a long time, and that was the Hu God ancient tree. No one had ever seen the ancient tree of Hu God on the main road, so everyone thought that the ancient tree of Hu God was just a legend. They actually met today, and it was in the bone-eroding mystic realm. The few of them recognized the unique characteristic of the ancient tree of Hu God at a glance. One had to know that this 1,000-year-old tree had grown for 1,000 years, so its power naturally could not be underestimated. In fact, the cultivation base of this ancient tree could not even be described as saint rank. No one knew how powerful this ancient tree was. You little saint sects and a little saint king are actually so bold to come to the territory of my ancient tree. Aren't I afraid that your heads will fall off in the next second? Looking at the people from the Heaven's Secret Pavilion, the ancient Hu God tree laughed loudly. Goo! Senior ancient tree, we didn't come here to offend you on purpose. It's because we want to find the spirit tree seed. Looking at the Hu God ancient tree in front of him, even the great elder of the prophecy pavilion did not dare to act rashly. He could only speak in a low voice. After all, they couldn't defeat an old monster of this level even if they joined forces. Spirit tree seed. Did I hear wrongly? What? After the ancient Hu tree heard the first elder's words, it had a surprised expression. You guys actually still have delusions about the spirit tree seed. This is simply a fool's dream. One had to know that this spirit tree seed was the most precious thing of the ancient tree. In order to protect its spirit tree seed, the ancient tree had hidden it in its trunk. The seed of the spirit tree was in the trunk of the ancient tree, providing energy to the ancient tree. Without the spirit tree seed, the 2,000 years of cultivation of the ancient tree would collapse. Therefore, the seed of the spirit tree was also the most precious thing of the ancient tree. It's over, great elder. We seem to have angered this ancient tree. The people from the Heaven's Secrets Pavilion said in panic as they looked at the trembling leaves of the ancient tree. Big! Great Elder, we are no match for this ancient tree. Another person from the secret pavilion said with a trembling voice. Ha ha ha, of course you're no match for me. Look at your feet. After hearing the words of the people from the Heaven's Secret Pavilion, the ancient Hu God tree laughed loudly. I spent 500 years to refine the formation beneath your feet. In a few minutes, you will become my fertilizer. After the ancient tree of Hu God finished speaking, it still laughed out loud. Big! Great Elder, what should we do now? The people from the prophecy pavilion looked at the great elder with fear on their faces. They could feel that even if they used all the spiritual energy in their bodies, they would not be able to lift their feet. Not to mention escaping. Everyone, don't panic. The great elder of the prophecy pavilion said. However, Just as the great elder of the prophecy pavilion finished speaking, Xiao Changshan's voice came from behind. Great elder, why are you guys so slow? I've been waiting outside for so long that the flowers have withered. Xiao Changtian slowly walked over. Senior, don't go forward. Seeing Xiao Changtian walking towards them, the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets urged loudly. In front of him is the formation of the ancient tree of Hu God. If Senior continues to walk forward, he will step into this formation. What is it? Do you have spirit tree seeds here? Because of the distance, Xiao Changtian couldn't hear what they were talking about. He thought that the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets had found the spirit tree seed. I told you the spirit tree seed was here. It seems like my intuition is right. Xiao Changtian said as he walked towards Tianqi. The people of the Heaven Secret Pavilion looked at Xiao Changshan's actions anxiously. They wanted Senior to not come. Why didn't Senior listen to his advice and still walked in? At this moment, the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets were looking at Xiao Changtian anxiously. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 857, Danger, 1, Yo, I actually got another mortal. But mortals are mortals, so be it. They'll be my fertilizer later. The ancient tree of Hu God said excitedly when it saw Xiao Changtian walking over. Great elder, what should we do now? Senior, why can't you hear me? The people from the prophecy pavilion looked at the first elder anxiously. I don't know what to do either. The great elder was also very anxious at this moment. He also wanted to stop Xiao Changtian, but there was nothing he could do. After everyone closed their eyes and prayed, Xiao Changtian stepped into the array in front of them. I was wondering why you guys were standing there without moving. Is the spirit tree seed on that big tree in front? To everyone's surprise, Xiao Changtian actually walked to their side without being affected. This was a 1,000-year-old ancient tree. The Hu God ancient tree had spent 500 years to set up this array. How could Xiao Changtian travel so easily through this huge formation? This was simply too unbelievable. Similarly, the ancient tree of the Hu God was also shocked. What happened? What's wrong with this person? Why is he not restricted by my formation? At this moment, the ancient tree of Hu God looked at Xiao Changtian, who was shuttling back and forth in the formation with shock and disbelief. No, I must be seeing things. Seeing Xiao Changtian walk to the side of the cultivators, the ancient tree comforted itself. He did not believe that the array he had refined for 500 years could not stop a mortal. Moreover, this array had consumed 200 years of his cultivation back then. Let alone a mortal, he could even deal with a pair of Saint Emperor black bears in the bone-eroding secret realm. Before. Senior, you're fine. Seeing Xiao Changtian walk to their side unscathed and walk back and forth freely in this array formation, the people of the Heaven Secret Pavilion were all stunned. Moreover, it wasn't just Xiao Changtian. When Xiao Changtian stood next to them, they had also escaped from the control of the array. What can happen to me? Xiao Changtian looked at them and said. There was nothing strange about this place. Why were they looking at him with such strange expressions? It was really baffling. No. It's nothing. Senior, be careful. The spirit tree seed is in that big tree. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets explained with a smile when he saw Xiao Changshan's expression. That's right, why are they worried about Senior? What level of cultivation was Senior at? Was it still their turn to worry? Damn, this human is actually walking straight towards me. At this moment, the ancient tree of the Hu God was looking at Xiao Changtian, who was walking towards it, its eyes full of fear. At this moment, even if he wanted to deceive himself, he could not do anything. He could feel that even if he had 1,000 years of cultivation, he was still suppressed by Shao Changtian. What was this person's strength? How could he be so powerful? The ancient Hu-God tree was so frightened that it wanted to uproot itself and escape. However, because it had cultivated for 100 years, its roots had long become one with the ground under its feet. Therefore, the ancient Hu-God tree had no way to retreat. Save! Help! Someone save me! In the end, seeing Shao Changtian getting closer and closer, the ancient tree of Hu-God helplessly sent a distress signal to the outside. However, one had to know that the entire God Hu ancient tree was the most powerful plant in the bone-eroding mystic realm. Now that such a powerful plant like him was in trouble, the other plants could not be saved even if they wanted to. Then, was that human finally going to attack the ancient tree? After hearing the call for help from the ancient tree, the swaying tree beside the morning pepper also trembled and said, "I told you, fortunately, that human didn't attack me and only plucked some of my chili. Otherwise, I would have died long ago." Even Chao Tianjiao said with lingering fear. "But poor Lord Hu, we can't do anything about such a strong human." At this moment, many plants outside were mourning for the ancient tree of Hu-God. They were all willing but unable to do so. If they were to rush forward to rescue him now, they would only die. At this moment, the tree looked at Shao Changtian in front of it and then looked outside the cave. After sending out the distress signal, there was no response at all. It felt a chill in its heart. Difficult. Could it be that my divine Hu ancient tree is going to die here today? Looking at Shao Changtian who was getting closer and closer, the ancient tree said in despair. In the past 1,000 years, he had killed countless cultivators. Could it be that everything that happened today was retribution? Not good. Old Hu is actually in danger now. Black Bear, who had just finished dealing with the demons, was slightly stunned after sensing the distress signal from the ancient tree. The ancient Hu-God tree had a cultivation base of 1,000 years. Even the strength of their sage sect had suffered losses at its hands. Now, it actually sent out such a strange distress signal. Who had such great ability to actually make the ancient Hu-God tree feel fear? Sky-killing wolf, hurry up and follow me to see what happened to the ancient tree. Looking at the sky-killing wolf that had just finished treating its wound, Black Bear called out to him. At this moment, after the Heaven Splitter Heavenly Wolf heard Black Bear's words, it had a bad feeling in its heart. Could it be that person from before? Looking at Black Bear, Sky-killing Wolf's guess grew stronger. However, Black Bear didn't believe him. Thus, when he saw Black Bear beckoning him to go with him, Sky-killing Wolf resisted in his heart. What happened? Why is the Sky-killing Wolf dawdling? Black Bear frowned as he looked at Sky-killing Wolf standing there unwillingly. Beast Lord, I still feel uncomfortable. I have to. Why don't you go first? Looking at Black Bear's impatient face, Sky-killing Wolf lowered his head and explained. Sky-killing Wolf, I find that you are becoming more and more pretentious. Seeing Sky-killing Wolf like this, Black Bear had an impatient look on his face. Then I'll go first. You follow me quickly later. After saying that, the Black Bear ran towards the cave of the ancient tree. What should we do now? The one who can make the ancient tree feel threatened must be that human. What can I do? If I go, I'll only be sending myself to death. Sky-killing Wolf muttered as he watched Black Bear leave. It was better for him to stay here and watch the cave for the Beast Lord first. He would take a look at the Beast Lord situation later. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 859, The Third Spirit Tree Seed, 1. At this moment, not only were there people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets in this cave, but there were also barbarian elders hiding in the dark. The barbarian elder had sneaked in when Shao Changtian and the others were concentrating on the ancient tree. However, the barbarian elder had not expected the ancient tree to be inside. He immediately regretted his decision and wanted to escape, but before he could do anything, the Saint Emperor He Xiong arrived. Big. Great Elder, what should we do now? Looking at the scene in front of them, the people of the barbarian sect asked in horror. Let's just hide here and not move. Maybe that black bear will leave after he finishes off Xiao Changtian. The barbarian elder swallowed his saliva and said. He really did not expect that this would actually happen. They did not dare to move at all, afraid that they would provoke the people present. No matter who they were all existences that the barbarian sect could not afford to offend. Hey, little black bear, I'm here. Xiao Changtian walked towards the black bear with the brick in his hand. Arrogant. He's simply arrogant. Black Bear couldn't stand such humiliation. He looked at Xiao Changtian and rushed forward without hesitation. Xiao Changtian saw the black bear rushing towards him and threw the brick at the black bear's head without hesitation. Bang! The moment the black bear touched the brick, it fell to the ground with a bang. What's going on? Seeing this scene, everyone present was stunned. That was a Saint Emperor level black bear. He was knocked out by Xiao Changshan's brick. What was going on? Then. That human. At this moment, the black bear that was smashed felt incomparable fear. How could this human in front of him be immortal? It could actually make him so afraid. This black bear is really weak. It was knocked down by a brick. Looking at the black bear that was slapped to the ground, Xiao Changtian smacked his lips and shook his head in disdain. This is simply too terrifying. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the ancient tree behind him fell into despair once again. He should not believe that someone could deal with this human in front of him. Little black bear, I still have things to do now. If you know what's good for you and leave, then I won't hold it against you. Xiao Changtian said as he looked at the black bear that was howling on the ground. Woo! Woo! Under Xiao Changshan's gaze, the black bear stood up immediately and ran out of the cave. The moment he stood up, he felt dizzy. He almost fell to the ground again. Alright, it's just a black bear. Luckily, my hand is strong. One brick was enough to hurt it. Xiao Changtian turned around and consoled them as he watched the black bear leave. At this moment, the people from the barbarian sect who were hiding in the dark were so shocked that they could not recover for a long time. Big. Great Elder, why don't we just forget about Xiao Changtian and young Master Manly? Finally, one of the barbarians came back to his senses and said slowly to the barbarian elder. Do you think I would be so stupid as to cause trouble for Xiao Changtian? Looking at the person in front of him, the barbarian elder said in a low voice. What a joke, right? How could they find trouble with a person who could knock down a Saint Emperor beast with a single brick? Before. Senior, you're amazing. All the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets were filled with admiration when they saw this. They had never thought that their senior would be so powerful that he could easily defeat a Saint Emperor demon beast. At this moment, they were all thinking at the same time, what kind of strength did senior have? They originally thought that Qian Bei was a Saint Emperor, but now it seemed like he was even more powerful than a Saint Emperor. It's just a black bear. Although it looks a little big, it's really not as scary as you think. Xiao Changtian couldn't help but say when he saw the stunned expressions on their faces. Alright, it's time to get the spirit tree seed. Then, Xiao Changtian came to the ancient tree of Hu God again. What should we do? What should he do? Forget it, it'll go all out. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the ancient Hu God tree said in fear. Because he had to make a decision. He had to hand over the spirit tree seed in exchange for a chance to live. Crash! Crash! Under Xiao Changshan's gaze, the ancient tree of Hu God shook violently. What's with this tree? Could it be that my charm is so great that even the tree can't help it? Xiao Changtian said in surprise as he looked at the shaking ancient tree. Pa! Pa! Under Xiao Changshan's astonished gaze, the huge bark of the ancient tree began to fall off piece by piece. D*mn, that can't be. I'm not interested in a tree. Xiao Changtian didn't expect that the tree would shed its skin on its own. It really shocked Xiao Changtian. That was spirit tree seed. Just as Xiao Changtian took 2 steps back and was ready to deal with any unexpected situation, he suddenly saw the seed of the spirit tree emitting a gentle green light in the trunk. So this tree knows that I'm looking for the spirit tree seed. Xiao Changtian said in surprise after seeing the seed of the spirit tree. Not bad, not bad. I didn't expect this tree to understand human language. Xiao Changtian said happily after picking up the seed. The ancient tree of Hu God saw that Xiao Changtian didn't pay attention to it after he got the seed of the spiritual tree. He secretly let out a sigh of relief. Fortunately, I made the decision in time. Otherwise, I'm afraid I would have been a dead tree by now. Although the ancient Hu God tree had lost its spirit tree seed, it was no longer so panicked when it saw that it could still survive. Congratulations, Senior, for obtaining the spirit tree seed. Seeing the joy on Xiao Changshan's face, the few people from the Heaven's Secret Pavilion immediately stepped forward and said, "Ha ha ha, since we've got the item, it's time for us to return." Xiao Changtian said with satisfaction after keeping the seed. Alright, he had already collected 3 of them. As long as he found the remaining 7, he could buy them from the system. Alright, Senior, let's go now. At this moment, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets was even more respectful towards Xiao Changtian. A person with the strength of a senior had already surpassed their understanding. They could only treat such a person with respect. Then, they walked out of the cave. No, why was there a demon aura? Just as the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion walked out of the cave, his expression suddenly changed. He then looked into the distance and said, if you find any errors, ads pop-up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 861, Sacred Lord Demonic Flames Fury, 1, since that expert has already caught up. You don't have to live anymore. After Black Bear finished speaking, he slapped the left protector in front of Sky-Killing Wolf into meat paste. At this moment, in the demon race, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame, the left protector has sent a message, a demon race person said to Sacred Lord Demonic Flame. Oh. Ha ha ha, really? What good news. Did you get the bone-corroding red grass? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame was delighted to hear this. It seemed that the bone-eroding mystic realm was not that scary. It had only been a short time and the left protector had already obtained the item. No, it's about Xiao Changtian. The demon said with a trembling voice. Xiao Changtian. What about that person? Has he been killed? Although Sacred Lord Demonic Flame was a little disappointed, she still had a smile on her face. No, the left protector was being chased by Xiao Changtian and sent a message to warn us to be careful of him. The demon race man finally explained the contents of the transmission. What? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame stood up in shock. Reporting, Holy Lord Demonic Flame, something bad has happened. The left protector's lantern has been extinguished. At this moment, another demon race person rushed in and said. What? Preposterous. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame's eyes widened in shock. What about the others who went with us? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame asked again. Reporting to Sacred Lord Demonic Flame. The others who went with us have already extinguished their light signs. That person did not hide anything and told him everything truthfully. Damn it. This is simply too hateful. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame was so angry that he couldn't even finish his words. Looking at the entrance of the demon race hall, his eyes were scarlet and filled with killing intent. A puny human dares to provoke us demons time and time again. This was simply too much. Do you really think that my demon race is so easy to bully? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame's face was filled with rage. What kind of trash was this Xiao Changtian? He actually dared to be so arrogant. Mo Yen, as far as I know, Xiao Changtian is backed by the Heaven's Secret Pavilion. At this time, the demon god Saintess walked out from the side and said slowly. It's just a small pavilion of heavenly secrets. How dare you be so arrogant? The anger on Sacred Lord Demonic Flame's face became even more obvious when she heard the name of the secret pavilion. If he had known that the left protector was a subordinate that he had carefully nurtured, he would have been his right-hand man for many years. Not only did the left protector do things neatly, but her strength had also reached the level of a sage sect. It was also a very prestigious existence in the demon race. But now, he was actually killed by a human, and it was said that he was immortal. This made Sacred Lord Demonic Flame furious, but at the same time, she found it unbelievable. That Xiao Changgishan has repeatedly ruined the plans of my demon race. Very good, you have successfully made me remember you. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame took a deep breath and slowly said, Demonic Flame, looks like we won't be able to get the bone-corroding red grass back this time. The God-fiend goddess shook her head as she watched Sacred Lord Demonic Flame. If we miss this opportunity, the Demon Lord might not be able to wake up for long. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame took a deep breath and closed her eyes. It's all this Xiao Changshan's fault. The matter of the Demon Master could only be put aside for now. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame said unwillingly. Since that's the case, we'll have to deal with this Xiao Changtian. At that time, in the Black Bear's cave. Quick, follow me. Fortunately, I was smart back then and left a secret passage in my cave. Black Bear looked at the dead left protector and turned to Sky-Killing Wolf. Following that, under the lead of Black Bear, Sky-Killing Wolf and the Python walked towards the secret passage and blocked the entrance. This time, even if that human came, he probably wouldn't be able to find them. At this moment, Xiao Changtian and the others were standing outside the Black Bear's cave. Io, why are you guys running so fast? I can't even keep up. Xiao Changtian stood beside them and said while panting heavily. Senior, that demon seems to have escaped. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said solemnly. What? Escaped? To be able to run so fast, weren't you all chasing after him? Xiao Changtian was stunned by the great elder's words. We were chasing after him, but in the blink of an eye he disappeared. The elder looked at Xiao Changtian and said apologetically. Who knew that the demon race person was actually so strange? He was clearly right under his nose, but he actually disappeared just like that. Hey, look, there's another cave up ahead. Maybe that demon is hiding there. Xiao Changtian pointed at the Black Bear cave and said. Senior, that demon can't be so stupid as to hide in there, right? A member of the secret pavilion said in disbelief. How do you know if you don't go and take a look? Xiao Changtian said to them and walked towards the Black Bear's cave. Idiot! You actually dare to question Senior. Right after Xiao Changtian left, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets slapped the man's head. This idiot actually dared to question his senior. He was simply courting death. Big. First elder, I didn't question senior. I was just thinking that the demon couldn't possibly hide in there openly like this. Looking at the first elder, that person said with an aggrieved expression. Don't worry about it. Let's follow senior in and take a look first. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets glared at the man before following Xiao Changtian. Then, the few of them arrived at the Black Bear's cave one after another. Great elder, come and take a look. Just as the great elder entered the cave, he heard Xiao Changshan's shout. I told you that this demon was in this cave, but it seems to be dead now. Xiao Changtian looked at the dead bodies of the Asmodeans on the ground and looked around thoughtfully. This demon seemed to have been slapped to death by something. His corpse was flattened. What was it that could be so terrifying? Hiss. Fortunately, I didn't meet this thing. Otherwise, I won't be able to survive. Xiao Changtian shook his body and muttered. Yes, Senior, this demon is already dead. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets hurried over to check. Left? Wasn't this demon the left protector of the demon race? Suddenly, the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets saw a large left character on the left protector's waist token. He did not expect the left protector of the demon race to be killed just like that. At this moment, the first elder of the Prophecy Pavilion felt as if he was dreaming. No, I must report this matter to the Pavilion Master when I get back. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 863, Beyond the Three Realms, 1, Senior, I'm really fine. Master Wanshou looked at Xiao Changtian helplessly. He didn't want to say that this was an injury that he had never gotten into a fight with someone. It would be so embarrassing if word got out. Since you don't want to say it, then forget it. Seeing Master Wanshou's resistance, Xiao Changtian didn't force him anymore. After all, Xiao Changtian never liked to force others. At this moment, in the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Is what you said true? The Pavilion Master of the Secret Pavilion was shocked when he heard the first elder's words. That's right, Pavilion Master. Senior can even easily deal with a black bear of the Sage Sect level. At this moment, the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion had a serious expression on his face. He did not have the slightest intention of joking. I didn't expect it, I really didn't expect it. I originally thought that Senior was a peak expert with the strength of a Saint Emperor, but your strength far exceeded my expectations. The Pavilion Lord of the Secret Pavilion muttered as he looked at the distance. It had been many years since an expert with the strength of a Saint Emperor had appeared in the entire Jade Lake Sacred World. Even the rare experts in the Jade Lake Sacred World, such as the Grand Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, were only saint rulers. Now that he knew that Xiao Changtian was not only a Saint Emperor, this was beyond his knowledge. Pavilion Master. Do you think Senior has already surpassed the three realms? Looking at the shocked expression on the Pavilion Master's face, the Great Elder suddenly thought of something. Beyond the three realms. The Pavilion Master's expression changed when he heard this. That's right. Why didn't I think that Senior's strength had already surpassed the three worlds? At this moment, the Pavilion Master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets finally realized that there was always someone better than him. If not for the fact that Senior's strength was beyond the three worlds, how could he have adopted that ancient immortal beast as a pet? If Senior's strength wasn't outside of the three worlds, how could he have so easily controlled the Saint Emperor Black Bear in the bone-eroding secret realm? Therefore, all these signs showed that Senior's strength was outside the three worlds. No one could be his match at all. Great Elder, it's fine as long as we all know about this matter. Don't tell outsiders. With Senior's strength, he must be tired of living like a master by pretending to be immortal. We can't disturb Senior. Thinking of this, the Pavilion Master of the Prophecy Pavilion looked at the Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion and instructed. With Senior, the demons won't be able to cause any trouble. At this moment, Xiao Changshan's position in the Pavilion Master's heart was comparable to that of a god. Meanwhile, in the barbarian sect. Father. That Great Elder is getting more and more outrageous. My Dantian was injured by that person, and in the end, First Elder didn't help me take revenge. Manly, who had returned to the barbarian sect, flew directly to the room of the sect master of the barbarian sect. He looked at the sect master and complained. What? My son's dantian is damaged. Hearing this news, the leader of the barbarian sect's expression instantly turned extremely cold. Quickly go and call the great elder over. This sect master wants to properly ask what's going on. The leader of the barbarian sect shouted at the guard at the door. He only had one precious son, and he was still counting on his precious son to take over the barbarian sect in the future. In the end, his dantian was actually damaged. This matter could not be let go so easily. At this moment, the barbarian elder had just walked to the entrance of the barbarian sect. Big. Great elder, bad news. Quickly go and find the sect master. The sect master is angry. Looking at the barbarian elder, the barbarian immediately said loudly. I understand. I'll go now. Elder Man Yi knew that the first thing this man Li would do when he returned was to complain. Then, the barbarian elder quickly walked towards the room of the barbarian sect master. Sect master. The barbarian elder looked at the barbarian sect master and said respectfully. Did you get the Yellowstone back? Looking at the barbarian elder, the barbarian sect master did not get angry immediately. Instead, he asked slowly. Sect master, the Yellowstone has been found. Please take a look. Then, the barbarian elder took out a yellow stone and handed it to the barbarian sect master. This matter was handled well. Looking at the yellow stone in his hand, the chief nodded in satisfaction. But, what's going on with Man Li's dantian? I specifically asked you to take good care of him before I left. Looking at the barbarian elder, the barbarian sect master's face gradually revealed an angry expression. Thinking about how his precious little one had actually suffered such an injury, the barbarian sect master couldn't bear it. Sect master, you don't know. That person called Xiao Changtian had a powerful background. The barbarian elder knew that the barbarian clan master would be extremely furious. Hence, he explained. It's just Xiao Changtian. I heard from Li Er that he doesn't have any spiritual power. In other words, he's just a mortal. So what if a mortal had a background? Looking at the barbarian elder, the barbarian sect master said with dissatisfaction. Sect master, calm down. If we can really deal with it, would I just let it go? Moreover, that person could easily chase away a Saint Emperor Black Bear. There were also people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets behind him. The barbarian elder immediately explained loudly. First elder, I know that you are secretly not very satisfied with me. However, I did not expect you to be so bold now and even dare to deceive this sect master. After listening to the great elder's words, the anger on the barbarian sect master's face became even more obvious. He knew that the great elder was definitely looking for an opportunity to take revenge on him. The leader of the barbarian tribe and the elder of the barbarian tribe had a conflict before, but because of this incident, the two of them temporarily put aside their grudges. The leader of the barbarian tribe did not expect that the first elder would dare to lie to him like this. He simply did not put him, the leader, in his eyes. Sect master. You must believe me. Looking at the Mani patriarch in front of him, the elder had already guessed the situation. After all, anyone who heard such a thing would be suspicious. First elder, this sect master finally understands. You just don't like this sect master, right? The barbarian tribe sect master looked at the barbarian tribe elder with a cold smile on his face. And you even have the support of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets? What a joke. What level of existence was the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets? Would he support someone so easily? First elder, next time you try to fool this sect master, you better draft it a few more times. Otherwise, this sect master won't believe it. After the sect master of the barbarian tribe finished speaking with a face full of anger, he looked at the barbarian tribe elder quietly. The barbarian elder knew that with the sect master's current appearance, he would not believe anything he said. Sect master, the current situation is not optimistic. I am not joking. If you don't believe me, you can go and investigate. However, sect master, you have to be prepared for the consequences of investigating Xiao Changtian. In the end, the first elder said helplessly. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know to report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 865, Looking for Trouble, 1. What are these detestable demons doing? At this moment, the pavilion master's face turned extremely ugly. These demons actually went to find trouble with seniors so recklessly. They were simply courting death. Then pavilion master, do we still have to attack? The great elder of the secret pavilion asked when he saw the pavilion master's gloomy expression. With senior's strength, do you still need us to attack? The pavilion master of the pavilion of heavenly secrets took a deep breath and said. Let's see what senior's attitude is first. We'll make a decision later. Meanwhile, in the glorious star restaurant. Alright, stop eating. It's time to get down to business. Saint Lord 6 looked at the other demons and said. Sixth brother, what should we do next? The surrounding demons asked in confusion. Just look at me. Holy Master 6 said to the few of them in a bad mood. These people were just waiting for death by his side. After second divine ancestor Lu finished speaking, he glanced around. Waiter, come here. Holy Master 6 shouted at the white beast from afar. Sir, what's the matter? The white beast walked over and asked with a smile. You said that your boss is the chef for today's dish, right? Holy Master 6 said with a smile as he watched the white beast walk over. Yes, our boss personally cooked today. How do you feel? Although the white beast didn't know what these people wanted to do, it still praised Xiao Changtian. How is it? Ha, what kind of rubbish is this? He wouldn't even eat it if he gave it to a dog. Call your boss out. Sacred Lord 6 said rudely. The white beast's expression changed drastically upon hearing Saint Master SX's words. These people in front of him were here to find trouble, right? Why didn't you hear me? Hurry up and call your boss over. Saint Master 6 looked at the white beast in front of him and said impatiently. Although the white beast wanted to make a move, it remembered the rules of the glorious star restaurant. The customer was God, and there must be no conflict with the customer. Alright. In the end, the white beast glared at Sacred Master 6 before walking towards the kitchen. Sixth brother, your move is still the best. Looking at Holy Master 6, the few people around him were undoubtedly prostrating themselves in admiration. He didn't expect Saint Master 6 to be so smart. He used this method to call Xiao Changtian out. This way, not only could he observe Xiao Changshan's strength better, but he wouldn't be exposed easily. Just wait and see how I deal with Xiao Changtian. Speaking up to this point, Holy Master SX's face was filled with determination. After a while, Xiao Changtian followed the white beast out of the kitchen. What's wrong? These few guests. Is there something wrong with my cooking? Xiao Changtian had also heard from the white beast that the guests at this table were here to cause trouble. Although he was a little surprised, he still came out to take a look. Are you the owner of this glorious star restaurant? When Xiao Changtian came out, Saint Master 6 kept sizing him up. That's right, customers. I'm the owner of Star Glory Restaurant. I'm also the head chef today. Are you not used to the food? Xiao Changtian didn't want to have any conflict with these people. After all, there were other guests in the glorious star restaurant. It would not be good if word got out. After observing Xiao Changtian for a while, the disdain on Saint Lord 6's face became even more intense. What kind of expert was this Xiao Changtian? He was clearly just a mortal. How could the left protector die at the hands of such a person? It's not that I want to say this, but what are you guys doing? Not only was it terrible, but it was also so expensive. Wasn't this cheating? Looking at Xiao Changtian, Saint Lord 6 said rudely. Since he knew the true face of Xiao Changtian, he did not need to be careful anymore. Dear guests, our glorious star restaurant is not a place for you to find trouble. Xiao Changshan's face darkened after hearing the Saint Lord's words. You said that our food tastes bad, so why did you eat it all? There are also people who say that the dishes of our Xinhua restaurant are expensive. Hee, it's really ridiculous. The most a dish of our Xinhua restaurant costs is only 3 gold coins. Are you all beggars? Even these few gold coins are too expensive. Looking at the sacred Lord Lu and Xiao Changtian in front of him, he was even more unceremonious. Xiao Changtian believed that customers were God. However, if someone really wanted to pick a fight with them, Xiao Changtian would not let them off easily. Moreover, these people in front of him looked like they were deliberately looking for trouble. That's right. What was going on with these people? Could he be that poor? It was already so cheap, yet he was still looking for trouble. These people look like those kinds of deadbeats. They probably don't want to pay. He doesn't even want to pay these few gold coins. This is really shocking. This person is really shameless. The surrounding people were also attracted by Xiao Changshan's commotion. They didn't expect that there would be people looking for trouble in a place like the Glorious Star Restaurant. The dishes in Glorious Star Restaurant were not only delicious and nutritious, but they were also cheap. It had always been the most affordable restaurant in Star Town. As long as it was a resident of Star Town, there was no one who did not praise Star Glory Tower. As for the 6 holy masters, they had also seen it with their own eyes. These people were deliberately looking for trouble, or they wanted to renege on their debts. Seeing how everyone around him was criticizing him, Holy Master SX's expression turned extremely ugly. Chapter 866, Damn it, 1, the few of you are simply infuriating me. Sacred Master 6 looked at the few people in front of him with anger. He had never been treated like this, and no one had ever dared to laugh at him like this. And now, it wasn't just one person. The group of people around him looked at him as if they were looking at an idiot. This simply made Sacred Master 6 feel ashamed. No, I already said that I won't charge you guys any money. You guys should leave quickly. Xiao Changtian looked at them and said helplessly. These people standing here were simply affecting his business. Under the strange gazes of Xiao Changtian and the others, Saint Lord 6 glared at Xiao Changtian and left with his men. That Xiao Changtian deserves to die. After Saint Master 6 walked out, he looked at Glorious Star Tower behind him and said fiercely. That's right, that's right. That Xiao Changtian was simply too arrogant. The demons beside him looked at Sacred Master SX's furious appearance and echoed. You guys shut up. Hearing the words of the people beside him, Holy Master 6 said angrily. Other than having a mouth to speak, these people were useless. They were still in front of him and annoyed him. 6th brother, don't be angry. Why don't we think of another way? A demon race man walked up and said carefully. What else can we do? I already know Xiao Changtian. He was just a person who knew how to play tricks. Saint Master 6 looked at the few of them and sighed. Don't worry about that. Let's go back first. In the end, Holy Master 6 glared at the Glorious Star Tower in the distance before bringing the few of them back to the demon race. At that moment, in the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Pavilion Master, those demon race people have already left. He left Stellar Town. The Great Elder of the Secret Pavilion reported to the Pavilion Master. Senior actually didn't kill them. The Pavilion Master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said with some doubt when he heard this news. But Senior has his own plans. Then, the Pavilion Lord of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets nodded again. Senior must have some thoughts. Otherwise, he would not have let those demons go. Just like that, after a few days of peace in Starry Town, an uninvited guest came to the Starry sect. Reverend Wanshou, have you thought about the matter I told you about? A white-bearded old man in the star asked Taoist Wanshou. Chu Sheng. Don't even think about that. Taoist Master Wanshou said angrily as he looked at the white-bearded old man in front of him. One had to know that this Taoist Chu Sheng in front of him wanted the plaque on the door of his senior, the glorious star pavilion. How could Taoist Wanshou let him succeed in this matter? One had to know that the old Taoist called Chu Sheng in front of him was at the level of a sage sect, while the Wanshou immortal was only at the level of a sacred sovereign. The two of them were not on the same level at all. At first, Taoist Wanshou did not agree to this matter, and Taoist Chu Sheng broke one of his arms. Then, he gave Taoist Wanshou half a month to consider. If he could not consider it in half a month, then Taoist Chu Sheng would be serious. Reverend Wanshou, have you really thought it through? Isn't it just a plaque? Are you going to use your life to resist me? Chu Sheng didn't know that even though he wanted that plaque, Master Taoist Wanshou refused to hand it over no matter what. He knew that the glorious Star Tower was under the name of the Starry Sky sect. It wasn't too much for him to ask for a plaque, right? When Chu Sheng saw the plaque for the first time, he was deeply shocked. He had never thought that someone's calligraphy could be so shocking and contain such a strong power. Therefore, when he found out that the glorious Star Tower was under the Starry Sky sect, he immediately went to find Master Wanshou. However, he did not expect that this Taoist Master Wanshou would be so tactless as to reject him time and time again. Forget it. Seeing you like this, I'll go get it myself. Chu Sheng looked at Master Taoist Wanshou's determined expression and glared at him before turning around and leaving. On the other side, the barbarian tribe sect master had arrived outside Star Town. Are you sure? Was that Xiao Changtian in this Star Town? Looking at the small town in front of him, the barbarian sect master asked indifferently. Yes, sect master, he is indeed in this Star Town. However, the informant in front just said that Xiao Changtian has left his restaurant and returned to his residence. A member of the barbarian sect answered. It's good that you're back at your own home. It'll be convenient for us to take action. The barbarian sect master snorted coldly and said with a smile. Originally, he was worried that the location of the restaurant was too prosperous and it would be difficult to make a move. Now that Xiao Changtian had returned to his home, the heavens were on his side. Then, the leader of the barbarian tribe brought the few people behind him and walked towards Xiao Changshan's small courtyard. After a while, the barbarian sect master and the others arrived at Xiao Changshan's courtyard. I was wondering where Xiao Changtian lived. He didn't expect to live in such a small rundown courtyard. Seeing this scene in front of me, the leader of the barbarian race believes that the barbarian race is playing with me. Why do you want to live in such a shabby place? Sect master, are we going to make a move now? Looking at the dilapidated small courtyard in front of them, the few people who had followed the barbarian sect master were also very surprised. The few of them had heard from the Grand Elder that the person they were looking for this time was extremely powerful and not to be trifled with. However, looking at the small courtyard in front of them, the few of them did not believe the words of the first elder at all. That's right, who would live in such a place? The house looked so shabby. Looks like we don't have to sneak around anymore. The barbarian tribe sect master snorted. He was going to go to his room and torture Xiao Changtian. Then, the barbarian sect master led a few people forward. Looking at the small courtyard in front of him, the barbarian sect master smiled and knocked on the door. Coming right away. Feng Ling who heard the knock on the door, immediately ran over and said. I wonder what you're here for. Feng Ling opened the door and looked at the people in front of her as she asked in confusion. Senior didn't tell her that someone was coming to the house today. Feng Ling spent most of her time on Phoenix Perch Peak and didn't know anyone from the barbarian sect. Hence, she looked at the barbarian sect master in front of her with confusion. We are here to find Xiao Changtian. The barbarian tribe sect master said bluntly. Looking for senior? Then why don't you guys come in? Senior just went to the backyard. I'll call him right away. Feng Ling didn't dare to neglect them. These people looked very strong. They might be Senior's friends. If the demonic beast chased them away by itself, if Senior was angry, she would be finished. Chapter 867, Run quickly. 1. Please wait here. I'll go to the back and call Senior. After Feng Ling finished speaking, she quickly walked back. Senior, there are people looking for you outside. Feng Ling quickly said after seeing Xiao Changtian. Several people? Xiao Changtian asked in confusion. Who is it? I didn't hear anyone coming either. Although Xiao Changtian was confused, he still walked forward. Black Tortoise and the others were lying in the back of the house and did not go to the front, so the few people from the barbarian sect were not frightened by them. Excuse me, who are you? Looking at the sect leader of the barbarian sect sitting in front, Xiao Changtian asked doubtfully. He did not know these people at all. Ha, Xiao Changtian, you're finally out. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the leader of the barbarian sect sneered. I am the leader of the barbarian sect. I'm sure you know about our barbarian sect. At this moment, the leader of the barbarian sect looked at Xiao Changtian with disdain. Xiao Changtian was just a mortal. His precious son's Dantian was actually damaged by such a mortal. How was this possible? The great elder must have colluded with Xiao Changtian to act so unscrupulously while this mortal was with the Heaven Secret Pavilion. Barbarian sect? Hearing the words of the leader of the barbarian sect, Xiao Changtian instantly understood what was going on. It turned out that he had hit him. He had come to find trouble. He even brought so many people with him. What a joke. You injured my son, Manly. Do you think you can run away so easily? Looking at Xiao Changtian, the leader of barbarian sect said with a fierce face. When Feng Ling saw this scene, she instantly understood. These people in front of him were here to cause trouble. However, they had found the wrong person. Did they really think that Xiao Changtian was someone to be trifled with? Hee, a few of you are in the wrong. I was just teaching him a lesson with a wooden stick. What's wrong with that? Xiao Changtian looked at the few people and his expression gradually became serious. Did these people really think that they were easy to bully? Hee, what a joke. You only gave my son a meal. Then I'll beat you up with a wooden stick today. The leader of the barbarian sect was smiling coldly. He looked at Xiao Changtian with a gloomy face and murderous intent in his eyes. After he taught Xiao Changtian a lesson, he would teach the great elder a lesson when he returned. At this moment, under the eaves of the back room. Damn it, someone's here to court death again. White Tiger said angrily when he heard the commotion in front of him. Black Tortoise, it's your turn this time. Looking at Black Tortoise beside him, White Tiger urged. I know. I'm going now. The Black Tortoise said slowly and crawled forward. At this moment, although Xiao Changtian was extremely angry, he also knew that the barbarian sect in front of him was not to be trifled with. Moreover, he didn't know what kind of strength the leader of the barbarian sect was. If he really fought with him, he probably wouldn't have much chance of winning. At this moment, the leader of the barbarian sect was about to attack Xiao Changtian. However, just as he was about to attack, he suddenly saw the Black Tortoise coming out from the corner of the roof. Looking at the Black Tortoise, the barbarian sect master, who was about to attack, suddenly stopped. Then, what is that? The sect master of the barbarian sect thought that he had seen wrongly. He rubbed it in disbelief and looked at Black Tortoise. F***ck. Really? The Black Tortoise looked at the leader of the barbarian sect with disdain. With such strength, he still dared to disturb the senior. He was simply courting death. Then, under Xiao Changshan's gaze, the leader of the barbarian sect quickly withdrew his hand and bowed to Xiao Changtian. Senior, We were wrong just now. I apologize to you now. Before Imam Zhang Tian could respond to what was going on, he saw the barbarian sect master bow to him and apologize. The other members of the barbarian sect were even more dumbfounded. What's going on? Zong, sect master must have taken the wrong medicine. At this moment, the other members of the barbarian sect did not see the black tortoise in the corner of the room. He looked at the reaction of the leader of the barbarian sect in surprise. Even Xiao Changtian was surprised. Could it be that this guy in front of him had schizophrenia? This disease was not common in this world. He had never even heard of it. However, he could transmigrate. What was impossible in this world? Since this barbarian sect master was a mental patient, he would not bother with him so much. After all, if a mental patient went crazy, he would not dare to deal with it. Sect master, what's wrong with you? Seeing the sect master of the barbarian sect like this, the other members of the barbarian sect could not help but walk up to the sect master and ask in confusion. The leader of the barbarian sect didn't pay attention to them. He was still looking at Xiao Changtian, who was bowing. Ah, all right, I forgive you. You should leave quickly. Xiao Changtian knew that when a mental patient went crazy, no one could stop him. Xiao Changtian had been tired for the whole day, and he didn't want to be implicated again. All right, senior, I'll leave now. The leader of the barbarian sect didn't expect Xiao Changtian to let him go so quickly. After saying that, he ran away without caring about anything else. Damn, what is going on? Zong. Sect master, wait for us. Seeing the leader of the barbarian sect run away so quickly, the remaining members of the barbarian sect all chased after him in panic. Ah, no wonder that boy called Manly is like this. It turns out that his father is a psychopath. Xiao Changtian shook his head helplessly. The black tortoise saw that before it could make a move, that person had run out in fear. It only sighed. The leader of the barbarian sect, who had run far away, was panting heavily as he looked at Xiao Changshan's courtyard. He was absolutely not mistaken just now. The black tortoise under the eaves just now was the legendary black tortoise. It was simply terrifying. Sect master, why are you running? The few people from the barbarian sect who had caught up with them looked at the leader of the barbarian sect and asked curiously. Are you stupid? Didn't you see the black tortoise behind Xiao Changtian? Seeing that these people were still asking questions in confusion, the sect master of the barbarian sect said in a bad mood. What is it? Black tortoise? Sect master, are you mistaken? Why is black tortoise in that small courtyard? Hearing the words of the leader of the barbarian sect, the others asked in disbelief. Was the sect master really not seeing things? How was this possible? What's wrong? Do you not even believe me now? Looking at the few people in front of him, the barbarian sect leader glared at them and said. Chapter 868, Chu Sheng, 1, the black tortoise is actually in his courtyard and is still so obedient. That Xiao Changtian is really not to be trifled with. The leader of the barbarian sect said with a serious expression. Damn it, Manly actually provoked such an expert. This is pushing me into the fire pit. At this moment, the leader of the barbarian sect was filled with guilt towards the barbarian elder. He actually suspected that the barbarian elder was playing with him. He even said those words to the barbarian elder. Just thinking about it made the leader of the barbarian sect very regretful. Aren't we going to take revenge for Manly? Seeing the sect master of the barbarian sect like this, someone asked without thinking. Because he still found it unbelievable. Report your head. Hurry up and return to the sect. With that, the sect leader flew back to the barbarian sect. The remaining few people watched as the sect leader of the barbarian sect turned around and left without hesitation, so they shook their heads helplessly and followed him. The next day, Xiao Changtian woke up early to go hunting. He still had to work hard to earn money and exchange spiritual crystal points with the system. Therefore, he could not be careless with the Glorious Star Restaurant's business. On the other side, outside Glorious Star Restaurant. Star China Building, these big words are simply too shocking. Chu Sheng was standing not far away from the Glorious Star Restaurant. He looked at the three big words on the Glorious Star Restaurant and said. He had never seen such beautiful and powerful calligraphy before. Looking at the three big words, Glorious Star Pavilion, this made him, a calligraphy lover, very excited. I must get this plaque. With that, Chu Sheng walked towards the Glorious Star Restaurant. Chu Sheng. What are you doing here? The white beast in the Glorious Star Tower asked with a serious expression when it saw Taoist Chu Sheng walk in. The white beast knew that Chu Sheng had broken his master's arm. Seeing that Chu Sheng had come all the way here, it immediately looked at him warily and said, Kid, why are you so agitated? Seeing the white beast looking at him warily, Taoist Chu Sheng raised his eyebrows and asked. Wasn't this kid Master Wancha's disciple? How dare you shout in front of me? He was really courting death. Hurry up, kid. Call the author of the plaque outside. I have something to tell him. Looking at the white beast, Taoist Chu Sheng didn't pay much attention to him. She only said lazily to him. The reason why Chu Sheng could be so arrogant was because he had the support of the Jade Nether Kingdom's imperial family. One had to know that the largest and strongest country in the Jade Lake Sacred World was the Jade Nether Kingdom. If he wanted to cause trouble here, it was best to think twice. The limitless general looked at Chu Sheng coldly. He did not believe that the four of them could not defeat him alone. After listening to Wu Jiang's words, Taoist Chu Sheng's face was full of surprise. He hadn't thought that the four of them would actually reach the strength of Sage Sect. This time, it would be difficult for him to deal with her. What is it? Do you really want to attack me? Don't tell me you don't know who's behind me. I have no other purpose in coming here now. I just want the plaque on the top floor of your Glorious Star Restaurant. In terms of strength, Chu Sheng indeed had no chance of winning against Limitless and the others, but this did not stop him from continuing to be arrogant. Ha, you still want our Glorious Star Restaurant's plaque? Dream on. After hearing Taoist priest Chu Sheng's words, Limitless laughed and said. This Taoist priest Chu Sheng actually wanted Senior's plaque. He was really delusional. What are you all doing here? At this moment, Xiao Changtian walked in from the entrance of the Glorious Star Restaurant and asked curiously. Senior, you're here. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the others immediately said respectfully. At this moment, Taoist Chu Sheng was also sizing up Xiao Changtian. Could this person in front of him be the expert they were talking about? How was this possible? Wasn't he just a mortal? Chapter 869, A Contest, 1, Senior, this guy wants the Glorious Star Tower's plaque. If we don't agree, he won't leave. Then, Limitless started to complain to Xiao Changtian. Oh. There's actually such a thing. Xiao Changtian looked at Chu Sheng in surprise. This old man looked quite normal. He didn't expect him to do such a thing. Uncle, our Glorious Star Restaurant signboard is not for sale. Xiao Changtian smiled at Chu Sheng and said. Chu Sheng listened to Xiao Changshen's answer and didn't say anything. Instead, he glanced at him and said indifferently, could it be that the plaque outside was written by you? Xiao Changtian frowned and looked at Taoist Chu Sheng. Yes, I wrote the plaque outside. Xiao Changtian said without hesitation. What was wrong with this old man? Why was he so obsessed with his own plaque? Could it be that this old man was not going to leave until he got the plaque? You wrote it? Ha, how is that possible? How could a person like you write such words? What Xiao Changtian didn't expect was that this old man would laugh at him after hearing his words. Old Taoist Chu Sheng, are you courting death? How dare you say that about Senior? Hearing Chu Sheng's words, not only Xiao Changtian, but everyone else around him looked at him angrily. This Taoist priest Chu Sheng actually dared to say such things about Senior. He was really courting death. Wasn't he afraid that Senior would get angry and slap him to death? After hearing Chu Sheng's words, Xiao Changshen's expressionless face was filled with anger. Is this old man all right? A person like me, what kind of person am I? No, uncle, don't be unreasonable here. Although I, Xiao Changtian, respect the old and love the young, if you still refuse to let me go, don't blame me for bullying the old. Xiao Changtian said. It seemed that if he didn't show his power, everyone would really think that he was a sick cat. Such a thing had been happening for the past few days. If he didn't stop it, anyone would dare to come and find trouble in the future. Ha ha ha, kid, since you said you wrote this plaque, do you dare to bet with me? Seeing Xiao Changshen's arrogance, Chu Sheng's interest was piqued. It just so happened that Limitless and the others were also present. Although he couldn't win in martial arts, he could still win in literature. At that time, he would be able to obtain that plaque openly. After hearing Taoist priest Chu Sheng's words, the faces of Limitless and the others turned ugly. Everyone knew that Chu Sheng had been practicing calligraphy since he was 3 years old. He had been practicing calligraphy for decades. Now, he actually wanted to use what he was best at to compare with his senior. How shameless. How do you want to compete? Xiao Changtian raised his eyebrows and asked. He was not afraid of the competition. He did not believe that the old man in front of him could compare to him. Xiao Changtian was very confident in his calligraphy. It's very simple. Let's compete in calligraphy. If I win, the plaque outside will be mine. Chu Sheng had already thought about it, he just needed Xiao Changtian to agree. As for this competition, he was 100% confident because he didn't believe that the words Glorious Star Restaurant were written by Xiao Changtian. What if you lose? Xiao Changtian sneered as he looked at Chu Sheng. Ha, if I lose, how can I lose? But you said that for the sake of fairness. If I lose, I'll give you the spirit brush in my hand. Chu Sheng said confidently. Spirit brush? This Taoist Chu Sheng was actually so willing. That's right. He was actually so willing to do so. However, he did not know who would win. After all, Taoist Chu Sheng had decades of experience. Chu Sheng's experience was probably even greater than his senior's age. Hearing Taoist Chu Sheng's words, the surrounding people whispered. They knew how important the spirit brush was. The spirit brush was not just a brush, it was also a magic weapon that could kill. Moreover, it was a very high-level magic tool. This spirit brush was very precious to Taoist Chu Sheng. Although I don't care about this pen, it seems to be very important to you. Since you're so sincere, let's do this. Xiao Changtian didn't care about the rewards. He just wanted to teach this old man a lesson and not cause trouble outside just because he was old. Humph. He didn't care at all. In a while, he would make you lose completely. Seeing Xiao Changshen's disdain, Chu Sheng rolled his eyes and said. This brat actually despised his spirit brush. He was simply too arrogant. In a while, he would let this kid know what true strength was. Since the bet has been set, let's start now. Otherwise, it will affect the business of my Glorious Star Restaurant. Xiao Changtian glanced at Chu Sheng and said. White Beast, Uncle Limitless, please help me prepare some brush and ink. Xiao Changtian said to the people behind him. Senior, I have some here, but it's very ordinary. At this moment, Elder Wanshou walked in from outside and said. He didn't expect Chu Sheng to be so fast. Since Uncle Wanshou is prepared, then it doesn't matter if it's ordinary. Xiao Changtian waved his hand nonchalantly. Calligraphy was not about tools. Even if he used ordinary brush and ink, Xiao Changtian could still write well. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Master Daoist Wanshou did not hesitate and quickly took out his brush and ink. On the other side, Taoist Chu Xing took out his spirit brush. He looked at the ordinary tools on Xiao Changshan's side. Chu Xing sneered. How could that brush and ink compare to his own spirit brush? This Xiao Changtian really overestimated himself. Just wait to lose. Senior, can we really win? Looking at the gap between the two sides, Limitless said worriedly. Uncle Limitless, how can you not trust Senior? Who was Senior? Since he had said it, he would definitely win. Lorraine consoled him from the side. This wasn't a consolation, because Lorraine believed that her senior would definitely win. At this moment, Xiao Changtian and Taoist Chu Xing each occupied a table and prepared their tools. Since both of us are ready, let's set a theme first. I'll let you have your way this time. You can decide the theme this time. Taoist Chu Xing looked at Xiao Changtian and revealed a determined smile. Because he believed that no matter what the theme was, he would win. Alright, since you put it that way, then don't set a theme. Just write 4 big words. Twisting heaven and earth. What do you think? Xiao Changtian said with a smile. After saying that, Chu Sheng was about to take Xiao Changshan's words and mock him. However, just as he walked to Xiao Changshan's table, his pupils constricted and his face was filled with shock. At the same time, his body trembled slightly. This. Did you write this? Then, Chu Sheng looked at Xiao Changtian in shock. He couldn't believe that this mortal in front of him could actually write such words. The words in front of him were not just words, but even the energy contained in them did not dare to look directly at them. At this moment, the words twisting heaven and earth were no longer words, but could really turn the world around. Immediately, Chu Xing quickly moved his eyes away from Xiao Changshan's words. He felt that if he continued reading, not only would he be able to turn the tables, but he would also be able to turn the tables. Hey, old man, I wrote these words here. Did everyone see it? Xiao Changtian rolled his eyes at Taoist Chu Sheng. Could it be that this Taoist priest Chu Sheng wanted to go back on his word? However, he would not give him the chance to go back on his word. Then. You were also the one who wrote the signboard for Glorious Star Restaurant. At this moment, Chu Sheng finally believed that the plaque outside was written by Xiao Changtian. And he had unintentionally offended such a senior. No, I said, what's wrong with you, old man? I said that I wrote that plaque from the beginning, but you didn't believe me. Looking at Chu Xing in front of him, Xiao Changtian was getting impatient. This old man was really looking for trouble. He would definitely kick him out later. Alright, since both of us have finished writing, it's time to determine the winner. Then, Xiao Changtian placed his words together with Chu Xing's words without hesitation. How is it? This time, he would let everyone decide whose handwriting was better. Xiao Changtian turned around and said to the people around him. Everyone was attracted by Xiao Changshan's words. There were also many cultivators around. When they saw Xiao Changshan's words, all of them widened their eyes in surprise. They couldn't believe that someone could write to this extent. Twisting heaven and earth. It can really turn the tables. Looking at Xiao Changshan's words, the cultivators around him murmured. They could feel how powerful Xiao Changshan's words were. Not good. Everyone, don't look at it yet. The energy in these words is too strong. We can't resist it at all. Immediately, someone shouted. That person only looked at it for 2 seconds, but he could feel that his soul was being attacked by the words twisting heaven and earth. This Xiao Changtian was simply too terrifying. Compared to Chu Xing's words immediately dimmed. It could even be said that with Xiao Changshan's words beside him, no one would notice Chu Xing's words at all. Even an ordinary mortal could feel a majestic aura from Xiao Changshan's words. This aura was something that Taoist Chu Sheng could not compare to. I didn't expect that this Taoist Chu Sheng couldn't even compare to the owner of the Glorious Star restaurant. Yes, yes. I wonder how the title of calligraphy saint landed on Taoist Chu Sheng's head. At this moment, the moment Xiao Changtian took out his calligraphy, everyone's attitude changed. Each of them praised Xiao Changtian, and each of them doubted Chu Sheng. How is it? Who do you think will win? Xiao Changtian asked with a smile. Senior, is there a need to ask? Of course you won. Who the hell is that Taoist Chu Sheng? He can't even compare to you. Limitless, who was standing at the side, immediately stood up and said loudly when he saw the situation in front of him. Xiao Changtian looked at Boundless and asked. Of course, Senior. That Taoist Chu Sheng is a sarcastic hypocrite. This time, it can be considered a fierce slap to his face. Limitless didn't hide the fact that he knew Taoist priest Chu Sheng and confessed openly. I see. No wonder you look so distressed. This pen must have cost that old Taoist a lot of money. However, to him, this pen was useless. He would just put it away and eat the dust. By the way, Lorraine, how's the income of our Glorious Star restaurant in the past few months? Xiao Changtian turned around and asked. Senior, don't worry, I've calculated it for you. In these few months, your net income is 500,000 gold coins. Looking at Xiao Changtian, Lorraine immediately reported. 500,000. Xiao Changtian was very surprised when he heard this number. He didn't expect it to be so much. It was beyond his expectation. He didn't expect this Glorious Star restaurant to be so popular. However, Xiao Changtian thought about it again. Although it was so much, if he exchanged it with the system, it wouldn't be worth much. But Senior, I have a piece of news that I don't know if I should tell you. Looking at Xiao Changtian, Luo Lan said hesitantly. It's okay. Go ahead. Xiao Changtian was a little confused. Was there anything wrong with this? That's right, Senior. You originally wanted to have an income of 700,000 yuan, but Pixiu. He ate 200,000 gold coins. We managed to hide the remaining 500,000 with great difficulty. Luo Lan said to Xiao Changtian with some embarrassment. Although she didn't know if the senior would be angry, she knew that this matter couldn't be hidden. What? How much did you eat? Xiao Changtian couldn't believe his ears. Did Lorraine just say 200,000? Could it be that he had heard wrongly? Senior, you didn't hear wrongly. The Pai Xiu ate 200,000. Lorraine said helplessly. After all, they couldn't directly attack the senior's pet. They could only slightly block it, although it wasn't very useful. Hearing Luo Lan's confirmation, Xiao Changtian almost fainted. He was wondering why he hadn't seen the Pixiu in the small courtyard for the past few days. So it turned out that they had come here to steal food. However, this was too much. 200,000 gold coins. That was 200,000 gold coins. How long would it take for him to earn it back? No, he had to teach Pixiu a good lesson. If he dared to eat again, he had to break his teeth. On the other side, in the territory of the demons. Sixth brother, are you going to find trouble with Xiao Changtian? What's wrong? The devil asked as he looked at Sacred Master 6. Of course, I want Xiao Changtian to die a horrible death. This time, he didn't get any useful information. He was even taught a lesson. He didn't expect that he would be taught a lesson by the demonic flame sacred lord not only at Xiao Changshan's place but also when he came back. And all of this was because of that kid called Xiao Changtian. When had he ever been bullied like this? This time, he had to teach him a lesson no matter what. But didn't the demonic flame sacred lord warn you not to go find Xiao Changtian? What's wrong? The demon asked carefully when he saw the anger on Sacred Master SX's face. If he doesn't let me go, can't I go secretly? Saint Master 6 glared at him and said. Don't follow me this time. You guys are simply burdens. Thinking back to what happened last time, Holy Master 6 was still angry. If it wasn't for the fact that these people didn't bring gold coins, would they have ended up being criticized by everyone? This time, he must make Xiao Changtian suffer. Chapter 872, Anger, 1. On the other side, Xiao Changtian angrily found Pai Xiu who was hiding in a corner of the Glorious Star restaurant. Damned Pai Xiu, I'm going to teach you a good lesson today. Looking at Pai Xiu hiding in the corner, Xiao Changtian grabbed him by the back of his neck and pulled him out. Pai Xiu, who was dragged out by Xiao Changtian, looked at Xiao Changtian with a wronged expression, as if Xiao Changtian had done something wrong to him. You stole so many of my gold coins, and you still feel wronged. Looking at Pai Xiu, Xiao Changtian said fiercely. This Pai Xiu had eaten so many of his gold coins, and even its body was much bigger than before. It seemed that the 200,000 gold coins were not wasted. Woo, woo. Pai Xiu looked at Xiao Changtian questioning him and whimpered in grievance. Senior, it's all my fault. I couldn't keep an eye on Pai Xiu. At this moment, Feng Ling'er suddenly appeared and looked at Xiao Changtian. Because Feng Ling'er was afraid of Pai Xiu, she didn't dare to care about Pai Xiu, which was why such a big disaster had happened. Ling'er, this isn't your fault. This Pai Xiu naturally likes this gold coin. However, after this incident, this Pai Xiu could forget about stepping out of the courtyard. After that, Xiao Changtian angrily dragged Pai Xiu and walked towards the courtyard. Along the way, Xiao Changtian kept teaching the Pai Xiu in his hands a lesson. Because Pai Xiu had eaten too much this time, even Xiao Changtian, who had a good temper, couldn't help but get angry. In the future, you should stay in this small courtyard. Without my order, if you dare to step out of this small courtyard, watch how I teach you a lesson. After a while, Xiao Changtian walked to the small courtyard and threw Pai Xiu into the courtyard. Xiao Changtian said fiercely. Oh right, Ling'er, don't dare to touch these animals just because you offended me. If these animals dare to do anything, teach them a good lesson. Xiao Changtian turned around and said to Feng Ling'er. Alright, senior. I'll remember it. Feng Ling'er nodded at Xiao Changtian. Pai Xiu, who was thrown into the courtyard by Xiao Changtian, walked to the white tiger with a wronged expression. Brother Hu, what should we do? Master is angry. Pai Xiu looked at the white tiger with an aggrieved expression. I told you not to eat so much, but you didn't listen. Master is angry. We can't do anything about it. The white tiger looked at Pai Xiu and said helplessly. This Pai Xiu was so gluttonous. Moreover, he ate his master's favorite gold coins. Now that he had been discovered, how could he not be scolded by his master? Perhaps you can make up for your mistakes. At this moment, Black Tortoise looked at Pai Xiu and said. Make up for it? How? Hearing this, Pai Xiu immediately perked up. Oh right, I brought so many artifacts this time. It doesn't necessarily suit the master's heart. Oh right, elder, hurry up and call over the beautiful women who were paid tribute by the other sects the day before yesterday. Then, the sect leader of the barbarian sect thought of something and quickly said. Not long after, the barbarian elder brought the beautiful women who had been paid tribute by other sects 2 days ago. Ha ha ha, I'm really smart. That expert might not be interested in the treasure aura, but these beauties were not ordinary. Such a woman was rarely seen in the Jade Lake sacred world. Presumably, that expert had never experienced it before. Looking at the few women in front of him, the barbarian sect master said with a satisfied expression. It was not because of anything else, but because these women were very different from the women in the Jade Lake sacred world. This is a woman who has paid tribute to other sects, but she is a legitimate woman. It had taken so many years to find these lamia. From this, one could see how rare lamia were. That expert must not have experienced it before, because the few snake girls in the Jade Lake sacred world were all here. If these snake girls can make the master happy, then the master will definitely not pursue our barbarian sect. Chapter 873, Pixius Operation, 1, Sect Master, your method is really thoughtful. Looking at the few snake girls in front of him, the barbarian elder nodded. Presumably, that expert did not lack women by his side, but he definitely lacked these unique women. No matter what, he would just follow the sect master. However, in that case, we should go a few days later. These snake girls must be properly nurtured in the middle gate for the next few days. The leader of the barbarian sect looked at the snake girls in front of him and nodded. On the other side, the great elder of the prophecy pavilion had also arrived at the glorious star pavilion. Senior, when are you going to look for the next spirit tree seed? He looked at Xiao Changtian and asked the great elder of the prophecy pavilion. Naturally, the sooner we find it, the better. Xiao Changtian looked at the great elder and replied, "What's wrong? Great elder, do you have something you need my help with?" If not for something, the great elder of the prophecy pavilion would not have come to find him at this time. That's right, senior. Our pavilion of heavenly secrets does indeed have a matter that requires your help. It's about the demons. The great elder of the prophecy pavilion said with a serious expression. Great elder, if you have anything to say, just say it. I promised you before that I would help you. Xiao Changtian was not surprised when he heard this because he had heard that the demons were becoming more and more rampant. Senior, with your answer, I can be at ease. However, this matter will have to wait a few more days because the specific situation has not been confirmed. The great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets nodded. He was afraid that Xiao Changtian would go to find the seed of the spirit tree and would not have time to help them deal with the devil race. Since I've promised you, then you can rest assured. I can wait for a period of time before looking for the spirit tree seed. Xiao Changtian replied firmly. However, at this moment, the first elder of the prophecy pavilion suddenly felt that something was wrong. It's really strange. Why is there a demon aura in this place? This was because the great elder's cultivation was not as profound as the pavilion master's. Therefore, when the demons possessed ordinary people, the great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets could not see through them at a glance. No, this must be the aura of a demon. The grand elder of the prophecy pavilion looked around with a serious expression. D*MN, did that person from the pavilion of heavenly secrets discover me? Sacred Master 6, who had possessed an ordinary person, looked at the great elder of the prophecy pavilion and muttered guiltily. This time, in order to find trouble with Xiao Changtian, he had deliberately robbed a lot of gold coins before coming. Moreover, he thought that his disguise was flawless. And how did that person from the pavilion of heavenly secrets discover him? He must have been too worried. He just had to pretend to be an ordinary person. Strange, is this the aura of the demon race? The first elder of the prophecy pavilion looked around and muttered with some uncertainty. What's wrong with the great elder? Is there something going on around here? Xiao Changtian asked curiously as he saw the great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets looking around with a mysterious expression. It's nothing. I think my eyes are playing tricks on me. The great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets tried to sense it again and found that the aura of the devil race had disappeared. He smiled apologetically at Xiao Changtian and said, Damn, I thought something was wrong. The great elder's actions made Xiao Changtian wary. In the end, the great elder was wrong. Xiao Changtian was relieved. Phew, you scared me. Fortunately, I reacted quickly. Saint Master 6 said guiltily. Fortunately, when he saw the great elder of the prophecy pavilion, he quickly tried his best to conceal his aura. That was why the great elder of the prophecy pavilion did not sense it again. Since there's nothing else, then senior, I'll go back first. After bidding farewell to Xiao Changtian, the great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets walked out of the glorious star pavilion. Ha ha ha, Xiao Changtian, let's see how I'm going to deal with you this time. The great elder of the prophecy pavilion had already left. Saint Master 6 came back to his senses and looked at Xiao Changtian, who was far away. At this moment, outside the glorious star restaurant, Pai Xiu was crouching in the dark. I didn't expect that the owner's glorious star tower had the most aura of gold coins. Pai Xiu said helplessly. Originally, he had planned to find a place with a lot of gold coins and steal them back for his master. He didn't expect that the place with the most gold coins aura would be his master's star flower restaurant. I definitely can't touch master's gold coins. In that case, I'll find the customer with the most gold coins in the glorious star restaurant. Pai Xiu thought of this and nodded. Then, in order not to be discovered by its master, Pai Xiu quickly concealed its aura. Pai Xiu jumped onto the windowsill of glorious star restaurant. Wow! That person actually took so many gold coins. When Pai Xiu jumped onto the windowsill, he saw Sacred Master 6 sitting there. At the same time, Pai Xiu could feel that Sacred Master 6 was the one who had the most gold coins among everyone present. Since that's the case, my target this time is you. Pai Xiu looked at Holy Master 6 and chuckled. Then, Pai Xiu jumped to the feet of Sacred Master 6. Meow, meow. Before this, Pai Xiu had transformed into the shape of a cat. Therefore, he was squatting beside Holy Master SX's feet and meowing. Where did this cat come from? Saint Master 6, who was thinking about how to deal with Xiao Changtian, suddenly heard a meow. Go to the side and play. Don't disturb me. Looking at the Pai Xiu under his feet, Holy Master 6 said impatiently. I'm so cute, and you're chasing me away. Hearing Holy Master SX's words, Pai Xiu said, however, you're going to be so unlucky that I'll steal all your gold coins. I won't fuss over it with you. Then, Sacred Master 6 saw Pai Xiu jump to his side. Why is this silly cat so annoying? Seeing Pai Xiu jump to his side, Holy Master 6 said impatiently. Then, Holy Master 6 impatiently stretched out his hand towards Pai Xiu, wanting to chase this damn cat away. However, before Sacred Master 6 could make a move, Pai Xiu jumped onto his body and quickly ran away. F***ck, how F***king unlucky. Sacred Lord 6, who was shocked by Pai Xiu's actions, said angrily. However, Saint Master 6 immediately suppressed his anger because the white beast was walking towards him. Waiter, is your boss still the chef today? The Sacred Lord immediately called out to the white beast. Aya, this customer, our boss is not that free, the white beast said with a smile. However, the other chefs in our glorious star restaurant are still very good. Alright. In that case, give me a few signature dishes. Holy Master 6 replied in disappointment. He didn't expect Xiao Changfeng to not cook today. Chapter 874, East End Robber, 1. This was because the person that Sacred Master 6 possessed was completely different from the previous person. Therefore, no one realized that the person who came this time was still Sacred Master 6. Soon, the table was filled with dishes. Saint Master 6 looked at the table full of dishes and fell into deep thought. How should he make Xiao Changtian pay the price this time? I have it, I still have the green devil worms. At this moment, the Saint Lord suddenly remembered that he still had the green demon worms. This kind of worm was colorless and tasteless. When he ate half of it, he would put it in the dish and then extort Xiao Changtian. Thinking that Xiao Changtian was going to be blackmailed by him, Saint Master 6 was so happy that he started to eat the dishes on the table. Not long after, Holy Master 6 began his own actions. Waiter, come here quickly. Why are there worms in your meat? After putting the green demon worm into the meat, Holy Master 6 shouted at the people in the glorious star restaurant. This time, he wanted to attract more people and put Xiao Changtian on the spot. Sir, what's wrong? The white beast ran over when it heard the sound. How do you cook in this place? Why are there worms in this dish? Sacred Master 6 pointed at the green demon worms on the table. It shouldn't be. How can the dishes in our Xinhua restaurant have worms? The white beast looked at the green bug in surprise. The white worm was still lying on the meat, looking especially disgusting. I don't care. Hurry up and call your boss over. I want to ask him what's going on. Holy Master 6 shouted with a righteous expression. What happened? What happened? However, before the white beast could move, Xiao Changtian walked over and asked. Xiao Changtian was about to leave when he heard a commotion. He walked over and asked. Boss, quickly take a look at what's going on. There are worms in your vegetables. Besides, I don't think this is simple. Then, Sacred Master 6 began his plan. I know that even if you come into contact with this kind of insect, it will be fatal. Your Star Glory restaurant actually joked about the safety of your customers. Fortunately, I saw it. If I had accidentally eaten it, I would probably be dead by now. Sacred Lord 6 then looked at the people who were eating and shouted. Everyone, it's best to eat slowly. Be careful of such insects in the dishes. If you eat these insects, it'll really kill you. Saint Master 6 sneered at Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian looked at Sacred Master 6 as if he was looking at a retard. Sir, do you have any evidence to prove that this worm is in our dish? Moreover, such a poisonous worm is still alive and kicking. I'm afraid you didn't put it there yourself. Xiao Changtian retorted. Pfft, I put it there myself. Why should I find trouble for nothing? Saint Master 6 didn't expect Xiao Changtian to react differently from him. What else? It must be because you realized that you didn't have the money to pay for your meal. Just think of this despicable move. This reminded Xiao Changtian of the same thing that the last customer said to him. He looked at Holy Master 6 with disdain. Damn it, I have plenty of money. Is there a need not to pay for your meal? When he thought of the previous incident, the Sixth Lord's face still felt like it was burning. However, this time, he had robbed quite a lot of gold coins. He could even afford to pay for 10 meals, let alone one. After saying that, Holy Master 6 was about to take out the gold coins that he had just robbed. However, what he did not expect was that even after he searched his entire body, the coins he had just robbed were gone. What happened? This was impossible. He had put his own blood in this pocket. Saint Master 6's expression changed, and he touched his pocket in embarrassment. I knew it. This person must have no money to pay for the meal and found this excuse. At this moment, the surrounding people were all attracted over. They didn't believe the words of Sacred Master 6. Tisk, White Beast, I'll leave this person to you. I still have something to do and will go out first. Xiao Changtian rolled his eyes at the Saint Lord. Why are there always people trying to escape orders? No, I must set a rule in Glorious Star Restaurant in the future. Hey, don't go. Saint Lord 6 said anxiously as he watched Xiao Changtian leave. He really didn't expect that all the gold coins he had robbed would disappear. Dear customer, if you really can't afford to pay for the meal, you can stay in Xinhua restaurant and wash the dishes for us. The white beast also looked at Sacred Master 6 with disdain. Sigh, I didn't expect this person to be so shameless. Wait for this person. Wasn't this the person who robbed someone at the East End this morning? At this moment, someone in the surroundings suddenly exclaimed. Robber from the East. It's him. At this moment, the surrounding people all reacted. Wasn't this person in front of them the one who robbed the east side of the Star Tremor this morning? He didn't expect this person to dare to come to the glorious star restaurant for a meal so openly. Not good. How did I get exposed? Sacred Master 6 did not expect that he would encounter such a thing when he had just begun to display his abilities. Seeing that the situation around him was not right, Holy Master 6 immediately ran towards the entrance of the glorious star restaurant. Damn it, if this place wasn't the territory of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, I would have revealed my true form long ago. Sacred Master 6 cursed as he ran. Starry Town was the secret pavilion's territory, and the pavilion master was in the town. If he used mana recklessly, the secret pavilion's members would definitely hunt him down. Not far away, Pai Xiu looked at the fleeing Sacred Master 6 and chuckled. That guy's money was actually stolen, but it was just nice to hand it over to the owner. At this moment, in Star Magnificent Tower. D*MN, it really broadened my horizons. There are actually all kinds of people now. The White Beast sighed. That person really made people speechless. After robbing, he still dared to come for a meal. The White Beast shook its head. It had wasted another table of food. On the other side, in the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Sect Master, Senior has already agreed. When we go, we just have to call him. The Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion said to the Pavilion Master. This matter will probably have to wait for some time. After all, the Jade Nether Kingdom has yet to give me an accurate reply. The Pavilion Master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said indifferently. This time, the Jade Nether Kingdom had made a mistake. Not long ago, the Jade Nether Kingdom had sent a request for help to the Prophecy Pavilion, saying that the demon race had invaded. However, just as the Prophecy Pavilion wanted to clarify the matter, there was no further response. Chapter 875, The Barbarian Sect Master wants to apologize. After the Barbarian Tribe's Sect Master had trained the few snake girls in front of him for a few days, he looked at them with a satisfied smile and said, "Not bad, not bad. I believe that when you go, you will definitely steal that expert's soul." These snake girls had been carefully trained by him. They were definitely confident in going this time. At this moment, Manly suddenly walked out from the side. "Father, are you really going?" Manly looked at the leader of the barbarian sect and asked. "You little brat, if it weren't for you, would I have gone through so much trouble?" Looking at Manly, who had suddenly stood out, the leader of the barbarian sect said angrily. After being lectured by the barbarian sect leader, Manly stood at the side, feeling wronged. Hence, the sect master of the barbarian tribe glared at Manly before leaving with his men. "That damned Xiao Chang Tian, Manly, will never let him go," Manly said viciously as he watched the sect leader of the barbarian sect leave with his men. Manly hated Xiao Changtian very much. His father had gone to avenge him, but when he came back, the result was not what he had imagined. Instead, his father had scolded him fiercely. Manly couldn't understand. Wasn't it just Xiao Changtian? What kind of ability did he have? Even after he came back, his father's attitude towards him had completely changed. Now, he even wanted to use Snake Girl to make Xiao Changtian happy. All of this was simply too absurd. "Son, calm down. I'm afraid your father has something to hide." At this moment, Manly's mother stood up and said. "That Xiao Changtian is just a mortal. What difficulties does my father have? What could be so difficult to say?" When Manly heard his mother's words, he retorted impatiently. "Since father is like this, then don't blame me. When the time comes, I'll go find that Xiao Changtian myself." After Manly finished speaking, he angrily turned around and walked away. On the other side, after a few days of running around, the barbarian sect master and the others finally arrived at Starry Town. "It's this Starry Town. When we find Senior later, be alert." The sect master of the barbarian sect turned around and said to the people behind him. "Sect master, we all understand. The few snake girls and the great elder behind him nodded. After a while, they arrived at the Glorious Star restaurant. White Beast, why are there so many people outside Glorious Star restaurant? Lorraine said in a panic when the barbarian sect people arrived at the entrance of the Glorious Star restaurant. D*MN, it's true. These people aren't here to cause trouble, right? Seeing so many people from the barbarian sect come out at the door. The White Beast was also a little panicked. This was because the White Beast knew that these people were from the notorious barbarian sect, and the one leading them was none other than the leader of the barbarian sect. This barbarian sect. How dare you come to this place? At this moment, Lai Jing walked over and said. What's wrong? Little Jingzi, did the people of the barbarian sect offend you? Hearing Lai Jing's resentful words, the White Beast asked doubtfully. Exactly. That barbarian elder wanted to snatch my sister away, but fortunately, Seniors Qilin helped me chase them away. The people of the barbarian sect deserve to die. Lai Jing didn't hide anything and slowly told him what had happened to him. He hated the barbarian sect very much and wished that all the members of the barbarian sect would die. Hey, what are you people doing in front of our Glorious Star restaurant? Then, the White Beast stood up and said to the sect master of the barbarian sect. We are here to find Changtian, Senior Shao. I heard that Senior Shao is at your Glorious Star restaurant. I wonder if we can meet. The leader of the barbarian sect smiled at the White Beast. At this moment, the few people who were watching by the side were surprised. When did the people of the barbarian sect become so polite? This didn't fit the style of the barbarian sect. Although the White Beast was also very surprised, it still said with a serious expression, Senior isn't an idle person. You can't meet him just because you want to. Ha, brother, just do us barbarian sect a favor and let us go see Senior. The leader of the barbarian sect was not angry at the White Beast's words. Instead, he smiled and said. What qualifications do you have to see Senior? With your barbarian sect's conduct, Senior definitely doesn't want to see you. At this moment, Lai Jing walked out and said fiercely to the sect leader of the barbarian sect. This barbarian sect is getting more and more shameless. Now, they actually have ideas on Senior. Isn't this the barbarian sect? That's right, that's right. Isn't the leader of the barbarian sect? At this moment, many people gathered outside the Glorious Star restaurant. These people looked at the sect master of the barbarian sect and pointed at him. This was because many people knew what kind of person the barbarian sect was. The barbarian sect loved to do things that made people angry. Now, instead of staying in the territory of the barbarian sect, they actually came to their star town. Brother, look at the people around you. Can you make an exception and let us see Senior? The sect master of the barbarian sect looked at the people around him and felt a little awkward. He did not expect these people to be so blind. Why did she have to come and point fingers at them at this time? If it wasn't for the fact that they wanted to leave a good impression on their seniors, they would definitely have killed all these townspeople. Yo, why is it so lively? At this moment, Xiao Changtian suddenly popped his head out from the second floor of the Glorious Star restaurant. He was also attracted by the noisy scene downstairs, so he stuck his head out curiously. Senior, do you still remember me? When Xiao Changtian showed his head, the leader of the barbarian sect shouted in surprise. You are that lunatic. Xiao Changshan's face changed when he saw the leader of the barbarian sect. Why was this lunatic looking for him again? Senior, what is a lunatic? I am the leader of the barbarian sect. Senior. The leader of the barbarian sect shouted happily at Xiao Changtian. Senior, I have something to tell you. Is it convenient for you now? Looking at the leader of the barbarian sect, Xiao Changtian was even more certain that the leader of the barbarian sect was crazy. White Beast, quickly let them come up. Xiao Changtian, who was upstairs, said to the White Beast downstairs. He was afraid that if the psychopath below suddenly went crazy and hurt the others around him, it would not be worth it. The white beast hadn't expected that Senior would actually ask the sect master of the barbarian sect to go up. But in the end, he could only helplessly agree. Chapter 876, I've delivered the snake girl, 1, haha. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the leader of the barbarian sect walked in excitedly. When he walked to the white beast's side, he even cast a cold glance at it. Little Jing, this barbarian sect's sect master is too detestable. Just looking at him makes me hate him. Of course, the white beast also noticed the attitude of the leader of the barbarian sect towards him. Then, he looked at Li Jing and said, although I don't know what Senior is thinking, Senior definitely won't let him off so easily. Li Jing comforted the white beast. After all, that barbarian sect was annoying. The leader of the barbarian sect slowly led the crowd to the second floor of the Glorious Star restaurant. Senior, I finally see you again. When the leader of the barbarian sect saw Xiao Changtian, he immediately ran over and said enthusiastically. Xiao Changtian looked at the leader of the barbarian sect with a bitter smile. He really didn't know how to deal with this psychopath. Senior, I know I offended you last time, so I came here to apologize. The leader of the barbarian sect looked at Xiao Changtian and continued. Actually. You don't have to be so, Xiao Changtian said with a smile. The greatest apology to him would be to never appear in front of him again. Sigh, Senior, that won't do. I've been busy for several days to prepare something good for you in order to apologize to you this time. The leader of the barbarian sect smiled at Xiao Changtian and said. Quick, First Elder, let those few out. Then, the leader of the barbarian sect turned around and said to the barbarian elder. With that said, under the lead of the barbarian elder, the few snake girls outside the door walked in one after another. After a while, Xiao Changtian saw a few women with long legs, white skin, big breasts, and big butts. He could even see some snake scales on their bodies. Just as Xiao Changtian was looking at these snake girls, they smiled at him and said, Hello, Senior. What does that mean? Xiao Changtian looked at the snake girls and said with a dumbfounded expression. Could it be that the sect master of the barbarian sect was giving him these women as compensation? Senior, you didn't see wrongly. The few people in front of you are the rare snake women in the Jade Lake sacred world. These snake girls were different from ordinary women. I can guarantee that these lamia will definitely make you comfortable. The leader of the barbarian sect said with a smile as he looked at the lamia and Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian finally understood what the leader of the barbarian sect was thinking. However, even if these snake girls were rare in the Jade Lake sacred world, he was not interested. The leader of the barbarian sect also noticed that Xiao Changtian was not interested in these snake girls, so his expression changed. This was a rare snake girl in the Jade Lake sacred world. How could Senior not be interested in them? Or could it be that even these Senior lamia had played before? Then, didn't he not make Senior happy by coming to apologize to him? Xiao Changtian noticed the change in the leader's expression. Immediately, he cursed in his heart. Could it be that this psychopath was angry because he said that he didn't like the snake girls in front of him? If he was really angry, it wouldn't be good if he went crazy later. I really like these snake girls from the barbarian sect's sect master. Let them stay. After weighing the pros and cons, Xiao Changtian smiled at the leader of the barbarian sect. The leader of the barbarian sect heaved a sigh of relief when he saw Xiao Changtian finally get rid of the snake girls. As long as they accepted these snake girls, Senior would definitely forgive them. However, it seemed that no one could resist the charm of these snake girls. At first, he thought that Senior didn't like them. He didn't expect Senior to be pretending in front of him. Senior, please don't pursue the matter from last time. Then, the leader of the barbarian sect asked Xiao Changtian carefully. Don't worry, sect leader of the barbarian sect. I don't care about what happened last time. Xiao Changtian knew that the sect master of the barbarian sect was afraid that he would go and find them. However, with his strength, how could he be so stupid to find trouble with a sect? Ha, then the few of you, hurry up and serve senior. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the leader of the barbarian sect immediately turned around and said happily to the snake girls behind him. No, there's no need. Thank you, sect master of the barbarian sect. I have my own arrangements for them. Xiao Changtian smiled awkwardly at the leader of the barbarian sect. He was not interested in these women at all. The leader of the barbarian sect was really making him feel uncomfortable. Oh, senior, I understand. You just want to take advantage of the time when no one is around, the leader of the barbarian sect smiled at Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian knew what the leader of the barbarian sect meant, but he shook his head helplessly. What is that damned barbarian sect master talking to senior inside? He hasn't come out for such a long time. At this moment, the white beast and Lai Jing, who were downstairs, were looking upstairs anxiously. But you don't have to worry so much. No matter what that barbarian sect master does, he can't possibly hurt senior. Lorraine said as she walked to the two of them. The sect master of the barbarian sect can't hurt senior, but I'm afraid that the sect master of the barbarian sect will play some dirty tricks again. Lai Jing said angrily. This barbarian sect master looked like a decent person, but he was actually evil to the bone. If he dared to come up with any bad ideas, he would not let him know how powerful he was later. Senior, since I've already sent this Lamia over, well, go back first. The leader of the barbarian sect smiled at Zhang Tian and said. The mission this time could be considered to have been successfully completed. As long as it was manly, he would never cause trouble again. Then this senior would definitely not take revenge on their barbarian sect again. Since you want to leave, I won't send you off. Xiao Changtian couldn't wait for this lunatic to leave. Seeing that the leader of the barbarian sect was finally leaving, he heaved a sigh of relief. Finally, under the watchful eyes of the people downstairs, the leader of the barbarian sect walked out with the barbarian elder in a triumphant manner. What happened? Why didn't senior look for him and let them go just like that? Lai Jing said angrily as he looked at the proud expressions of the barbarian sect master and elder. Little Jingzi, calm down. Senior might have his own plans. Although the white beast was also very surprised, it did not react too violently. Chapter 877, Snake Girl has sent it over. 1. At this moment, Xiao Changtian was looking at the few snake girls in front of him. He frowned and thought about what to do with them. Senior, do you need our service? Senior, you don't have to be so polite. Senior, we're here. After the barbarian sect master left, the snake girls all smiled and walked towards Zhang Tian. No, there's really no need. You don't have to come over. Xiao Changtian waved his hand and said as he saw the snake girls walking towards him. Senior, you don't have to be so polite. The barbarian sect master has taught us many things. One of the snake girls stepped forward and touched Xiao Changshan's chest. That's right. The barbarian sect master has taught us many things. Don't worry. Another snake girl stepped forward, smiled at Xiao Changtian, and placed her hand on his leg. Senior. At this moment, Lai Jing suddenly stood at the door. He looked at the scene inside and stood there with his mouth agape. Senior, the door isn't locked. Lai Jing stammered as he snapped out of his daze. He then closed the door behind him. He had originally wanted to ask Senior why he had let the sect master of the barbarian sect go. Who knew that she would see such an erotic scene as soon as she went upstairs? Sigh. Listen to my explanation. It's really not what it looks like. Xiao Changtian didn't expect that he would be seen by others before he could react. Don't touch me. Stand still. Xiao Changtian said to the snake girls. Little Jingzi, so fast. Why did you come down so quickly? Did you find out anything? The white beast asked curiously as it watched Li Jing come down from upstairs. Do not look at evil, do not look at evil. Li Jing muttered as he looked at the white beast. Hearing Li Jing's words, the white beast was confused. What do you mean by don't look inconvenient? Little Jingzi, what are you talking about? However, at this moment, Xiao Changtian walked out of the room. He stood in the corridor on the second floor and said, White Beast, Lorraine, come up quickly. I have a task for you too. All right. After the White Beast and Lorraine looked at Li Jing, they went up to the second floor. That barbarian sect actually sent over so many snake girls. I can't deal with these snake girls now, so why don't we just leave them in Glorious Star Restaurant? Xiao Changtian looked at the two of them and said indifferently. What is it? Snake girl. Senior, is this snake girl going to stay in Glorious Star Restaurant? The White Beast and Lorraine were shocked and they heard Xiao Changshan's words. The two of them knew that Snake Girl was a rare item in the Jade Lake sacred world. He didn't expect the barbarian sect to be so generous as to send such a rare thing over. No wonder Senior let them go. Yes, I already have an idea. Let them perform at Xinghua Restaurant. They can dance on the stage during dinner. Xiao Changtian nodded and said. With the help of these snake girls, Glorious Star Restaurant's business would probably be even more prosperous. He was really a genius. This idea was really too brilliant. Senior, are you sure you want these snake girls to perform in the Glorious Star Restaurant? After all, such a rare species was enough to shock many people. But now, there were so many of them at once. Senior didn't keep them for himself, but actually wanted them to perform in Xinghua Restaurant. I'm really sure. I've already considered this matter. Just do as I say. Xiao Changtian waved his hand nonchalantly. He wasn't interested in these snake girls anyway. He might as well let these snake girls help him earn some money. On the other side, in the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Pavilion Master, urgent report. A member of the secret pavilion quickly ran to the pavilion master's room and said. The pavilion master of the secret pavilion looked at the secret report in that person's hand and his expression became serious. You can go down first. The pavilion master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said to him after receiving the secret report from the person. Pavilion master, is there a new situation in the Jade Nether Kingdom? The great elder of the secret pavilion said as he looked at the letter in the pavilion master's hand. It is indeed from the Jade Nether Kingdom. Then, the pavilion master quickly opened the letter. Damn it, this demon is simply too detestable. After reading the letter in her hand, she said angrily. Pavilion master, what's wrong? What's going on? The great elder of the prophecy pavilion immediately went forward and asked when he saw the pavilion master's reaction. This damned demon actually allied with the Jade Nether Kingdom's imperial family. Many sects in the Jade Nether Kingdom had been invaded by the demons, the pavilion master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said. This demon is actually so cunning now. He actually allied with the Jade Nether Kingdom's imperial family. The great elder's expression darkened when he heard the pavilion master's words. By the way, pavilion master, how did you find out that the Jade Nether Kingdom's imperial family is colluding with the demons? Then, the great elder looked at the pavilion master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets and asked. Although there's no concrete evidence, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king has already come to a conclusion after a few days of observation. Moreover, it was not strange for the demons to do such a thing. The pavilion master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets looked into the distance and said slowly. Pavilion master, when are we going to help the Jade Nether Kingdom? After all, the longer this matter dragged on, the more people the demons would hurt. There's no time to lose. Since the Jade Nether Kingdom has sent out such a letter, it means that the Jade Nether Kingdom's ruler is no longer able to deal with such a situation on his own. He could tell from the contents of the Pavilion Master's letter. At this moment, the Jade Nether Kingdom's king was panicking towards the demons. In that case, I'll go find Senior immediately. After saying this to the Pavilion Master of the Secret Pavilion, the Great Elder walked out. Not long after, the Great Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets arrived at Xiao Changshan's Glorious Star Restaurant. Senior, 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 Senior. Just as the Great Elder of the Secret Pavilion walked into the Glorious Star Restaurant, he saw a few snake girls inside. Then, he stood rooted to the ground in shock. Great Elder, you're here. Xiao Changtian, who was standing inside, said with a smile as he watched the Great Elder walk to the door. Great Elder, why are you standing at the door? Come in quickly. Senior, Senior, these are snake girls. Looking at the few snake girls in the room, the Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion slowly asked. This lamia is a rare species. How did Senior get so many of them at once? That's right. These are the snake girls. If we let this snake girl perform in the Glorious Star Restaurant, it will definitely increase the customer flow in the restaurant. Xiao Changtian looked at the snake girls and said with satisfaction, "You're tuning into the Blissful Bookshelf YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure."